Hello and welcome to this webcast looking at the Visualize XR Exporter. So today we'll be looking at XR itself, so ways to export the files from Visualize into different XR applications, whether it be virtual, mixed, augmented reality. Now this is new functionality in 2020 release and exports directly from Visualize, and is available in both the standard and professional versions of the software. It has a little bit more options than SOLIDWORKS XR itself, and we'll talk about this later on, why I'd recommend using Visualize over SOLIDWORKS for creating your XR files. So let's go to Visualize and let's look at this file set. With motion blur turned on as the motors acting upon the various propellers. Now in Visualize I can capture some more advanced appearance options. So in this case a bump map applied to the plastic spear at the back. This distortion makes a bit more realistic appearance to represent the real model. Now to export, all I simply need to do is head to File, go to Export, and choose to export the project. Now a file type I'm after is a GLB. Now this is one of the two formats we can use to save into XR from Visualize. This may take a small while, but as soon as it's done, you get a box pop up telling the export's been completed. So before we look at the exported options, the two file types I offered there was a GLTF or a GLB file type. So what's the difference between them? And the two items are either a shattered or monolithic version of the same file. So GLTF, this is the shattered version. So in this case we have separate files for the geometry, the appearances, cameras, the textures as well, all joined together but exported out as separate individual files. Compare this with a GLB. This is all these items encapsulating one single item. So imagine doing a pack and go of your SOLIDWORKS assembly. That's what we're doing with GLB. We're neatly tying up all these files to one single item, one single entity. Now either these can be accepted by various different XR applications, so either file format should be fine, but check upon your requirements with the other bit of software. So I mentioned earlier you can also export via SOLIDWORKS using the XR exporter. So what is the differences between the two? Well, SOLIDWORKS will let you export the geometry and the appearances. Visualize will let you export the geometry, the appearances with more detail. For example, in our case, that bump map being applied to the appearance. Also cameras and animations, and that's for Visualize Professional only. So let's look at two items in action. So here on the right hand side, we have a Visualize export, and on the left hand side, we have a SOLIDWORKS export, using the same web-based viewer. Now note upon import, the right hand side has a bit more detail inside the appearances, and a few more options at the top. So the two additional options are animations. So in this case I can play my animation while spinning my propellers, and also cameras. And these are the same cameras as in Visualize Professional, that you capture a model wherever you wish. Of course, you can freely navigate around the model, get different sides if you wish as well. So let's look at a little bit more of a completed workflow. So this is a file set used for the 2020 launch of SOLIDWORKS. And in Visualize, same workflow there, exporting project out. In this case, we went for a GLTF file set, so it'll be a shattered or a monolithic version. And now bring into other things, such as in this case Unity. So import the assets, import that GLTF file, find the item, and bring it in. And from this point, I can take wherever I wish to make my extended reality application, whether it be virtual, augmented, or mixed. So there we have it, a very quick video looking at the XR exporter from SOLIDWORKS Visualize, and aiming to take your CAD from Visualize and utilise it and leverage it in different applications.